Let's go. Oh, hey y'all. It's Alnisa, and we are back with another episode of Don't Listen to Me. I am one of your hosts, and this is my blood little sister.
Lauren,
Hi,
hello.
friend. I like your shirt. Go dogs.
Yeah, they say that the dogs might have been cheated out of the whatever it's called championship, but Brandon Brother B said it was actually Florida that was cheated out. So
Yeah, and my husband said the same thing. So
yes,
they
but
were cheated, but
it's
it's still a sad day.
Alabama in that final playing whatever it is. I don't really know college football like that.
Almighty, I tell
It's
you.
still Dog Nation. We gonna always represent them dogs, right?
Hey, hey, hey. Well, welcome back, guys, to another episode. We are going to get right into it. This will be our last episode before the new year.
2023 went by like that.
A split. A splickety splickety split. You know what I enjoy about the Shade Room? This
What
is random.
random hard
You know
pivots.
what I enjoy about the Shade Room? How they have a calendar of what happened for every month of the year.
Really?
We're gonna have to post that. We're gonna have to
Girl,
post that
it's
because
up.
remember we had the brawl.
Hold on, Nisa. Is it up now? I have to
Absolutely,
go look.
because they're always like, what y'all think gonna happen next month? So it'll be whatever big scenario took place for that month, and it's like whoever. Even sometimes it's like multiple things that have happened. So it'll be like the Alabama brawl for whatever month, and then they're like, what y'all think gonna happen next month?
Oh,
It's
then they at the end of the year, do they put up
no, they do it. They do it throughout the whole year. So they update this calendar.
where is this calendar?
I'm gonna have to find it and send it to you. They update this calendar, and it is just the funniest thing ever. It's always like,
Never
how is it that so much be
is.
going on, and then it
It's
go by like that?
it goes by like that, girl. It has been a lot of things. We done had a lot going on in pop culture this year that I cannot even begin to try to run down or recall.
Eek,
I
it's a mess. But either way, Happy New Year to you guys. What's your plans for the New Year, sis?
I'm going down to the church. I'm gonna do that on New Year's Eve, which that's what's happening. I am already sleepy for that watch night service though. I'm like, what is up with everybody here is over 35. We're sleepy. And we're at church at 9:30. I'm not even
And
trying
then waiting until the actual New Year.
girl, I'm not trying to be at the club. I'm trying to be in bed, knocked out by 10 o'clock at the latest on New Year's Eve. But I could go out on New Year's Day, maybe like at around like 6 p.m. you know.
Oh, late start, huh?
Yeah, a little nighttime shore away. You know what I mean? But I don't
Oh,
really.
you mean New Year's Eve or New Year's
I'm talking
Day?
about New Year's Day, the first.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I got church on New Year's Eve, so I'm doing that, and then I'm coming home and going to bed. I'm not doing anything after.
Okay.
Lift him up higher, higher. I'm going down to the
Higher, 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 higher.
hello. Oh, lift Jesus higher.
You forgot that song, didn't you?
Ah, you know that one. Wow, you really pulled
Pulled
that
that one.
full hat, girl. Yeah, so my brother-in-law just sent a little group text to the fam bam saying, "Let's go to this place." Now, is he saying for New Year's Eve or New Year's Day?
He wants to do it for New Year's Eve, going into New Year's.
Oh, I'm gonna be down to the church.
So I do plan on going to church the morning session because New Year's Eve is on a Sunday.
I'm going to both. You know how I do.
Oh, good for you, sis.
I work at I work there, so
You're right.
I,
Okay. Look, well, you didn't see. Don't listen to her. Nobody had to know that. You going to serve the Lord. Well, you are going to serve
I'm
the
going to
Lord.
serve the Amen. I'm
You
going to
are.
serve the Lord, and then I'll be asleep after that.
Man, we have some good memories of just watch night service and then head into somebody's It's a house
Your
everywhere.
house, not somebody's house. It was always your house.
It has always been my house. You're right. You're right. You're absolutely
Always. Even where you live now,
right. Now,
we've done a whole trip to where you are now. As far as we still be coming over there.
At our big grown ages, we still be doing the fondest memory here, and I'm going off on a tangent, was when my best friend and T, we woke up, everybody was body parts was all over each other on the sofa, just laid out. We had us a hell of a time, didn't we? We had a time.
Good time, man. That was just fun. Yeah. But what you got planned? That's what you're gonna be doing then?
I guess whatever my husband wanna do. I don't wanna be out in these streets. But if he say we gotta be out in these streets, then I just gotta put on my big girl panties and do
it. That'll be fun. When's the last time you went out for New Year's?
I will say me and him have never gone out for New Year's since we've been together.
Never?
Mm-mm.
Wow.
I don't think so. You
just chill at the house or have the shindig?
Because we typically have the kids, his kids, the step kids, and then my kids. We've always, and then now the grandbaby. We've had the grandbaby on the New Year's the last couple of years. But we always have made it. You know me, I decorate the house. I make the kids wear New Year's hats. I cook. So we're always doing that. But our kids are big now. And I'm like, even now, I'm like, oh God, they're going to want to go somewhere. They're going to be out in these streets for New Year's. I got to just be, that's one reason I'm going to church for real, to get a little extra anointed on these children.
Ooh, I darn near had a panic attack. Just thinking of all of the crazy stuff going on. It's like, man, it's too many crazy things going on. Like, you really got to stay prayed up, like my brother Andrew Caldwell say.
Come on now with your favorite person.
Okay, you know that's my favorite person, but yeah, it's crazy. Oh, but I forgot, Haley, she, Brandon did Halloween, I did Friendsgiving. Haley says she really wants to do New Year's Day. I don't think she's gonna do New Year's Eve. Yeah.
Okay. I thought that was gonna be our ticket out. I
don't think she's gonna do New Year's Eve. I think she was thinking about just doing like a little something during the daytime on New Year's Day.
Okay, well, I bring some black eyed peas and collard greens, prosperity and wealth. I always do the black eyed peas and collard greens, baby.
Child, gold peas, and collard greens.
Hey, if you don't know that song, you ain't old enough. You too young to be watching this podcast.
Yeah, we in our auntie era, period. Anyway, child.
What were we talking about? Happy New Year. Have a safe and happy New Year. Stay prayed up. Don't be into no mess. You better be good, okay?
Or else. And like our mama say, be prayerful and what?
Careful. Okay.
That's
it. That needs to be a hashtag.
Hashtag prayerful and careful this New Year's, child. Okay. And yeah, we're gonna kick 2024 in the you know what, and dominate all year long.
We're gonna really hold 2024 by the collar and say, you listen here. Now let me tell you what you gonna do for me. Okay.
You gonna sit in here and act right.
Sit down somewhere and act right. Now what you say? Now enough.
And hush. Exactly.
And hush.
Exactly. So that's our message to 2024. Thank you.
Firsthand.
We hope that y'all had a good Christmas too. And yeah, we're looking forward to this New Year. So today I was having a conversation with one of my best friends. We were just talking and we were we had been watching like this it was a podcast. I don't even remember the podcast name, but it was a guest. Devon Franklin was on there and he was giving like some really interesting takes on his like dating life and just things that he's been through now that he's divorced and single and all of this and all of that. And
we were just talking about his ex last week.
Oh, right.
Well, on the live show, the last live show.
A few weeks back we were talking about it. But yeah, so the conversation ended up going to me posing the question on what do you hold more value to? Do you hold more value to being fully attracted to a person's personality, or is it more valuable for you to be aligned with how they approach partnership? So it's kind of like personality versus partnership. And my friend and I, we were kind of going around and around this topic, and I feel like we landed. I don't even know what we landed on, but I did want to.
Where you land?
I landed on partnership.
Okay.
Because in my experience, personality, I've been attracted to people like with that. I've been attracted to their personalities and the way that they attack and approach partnership is just completely not aligned with the way that I, approach partnership or what I feel like would be a healthy dynamic for me. And when I say partnership, I'm talking about romantic relationship. So their approach to a partnership in terms of being in a romantic relationship, I didn't feel like I was aligned with their approach, or my approach wasn't aligned with theirs, however you want to say it. But like their personality was great. And for me, I feel like I have tons of people in my life whose personality I get. I might not necessarily be like, oh, if I met them on the street, this would be like the personality that I would immediately run to. But I'm like, it's kind of like family. Like, I've just known you for so long. This is your personality. I love you. I trust you. We've grown together. I don't know if I met my family members just at work, if we would click. Maybe, but I'm not the most like I'm just gonna make friends out of thin air type of person anyway.
Yeah.
So even my friends are just like friends that I've had for decades. Like I don't know. So I said all that to say, like, I do think that for me, it's more important to look at how they approach partnership, because I feel like the love can grow and the attraction for their personality can grow, but my respect for how they approach partnership, and I think that has more to do with the longevity of the relationship, how safe I will be in that relationship, how how healthy that relationship will be, like how respected I'll be, how valued I'll be, versus I just like their personality. We like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard for me to explain it, but what do you think?
I wholeheartedly 1000% agree with you. And let me just preface this by saying, don't listen to me, because once upon a time, okay, so of course, we've talked about this on the show. This is my second marriage. My first marriage was with the father of my children. And after that, I feel like I went through a phase in my life where I was just like, I ain't marrying for nothing but money, and if a man can provide and take care of his family. And this is why you got to be careful what you ask for. Because for a good moment, I dated someone who was really well off. And one of the things that he said to me early on was, I can provide for you financially. I can buy things for you and give you whatever you need or you want. But one thing I can't do is give you a lot of time. And I can't, we're not going to spend a lot of time together because I'm focused. I work a lot, blah, 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 blah. And in my mind, I was like, oh, that's what I actually have been asking for anyway. You give me some more, and so
he just said that straight up front.
Straight up. I mean, I've even said that out loud to friends of mine. I'm marrying for money the next time. That was what I was saying. In my hurt self, I was saying that. You know what I'm saying? And literally dating somebody who was financially like straight, but never having a moment to like trying to like, oh my God, I'm not a priority. I'm far from a priority. You yes, I have things, but I don't have the relationship. And the only reason I went for this person was because of personality and because of the financial aspect of it, right? But then I'm in this relationship and I'm like, this can't be what I really, really want. Like I can't. So I take that back. Take it back out the atmosphere. Don't want it anymore.
Put it back down.
Give it back. God, no, never mind. Never mind. And so I absolutely agree with the fact that it can't always be about personality or anything outside of the parameters of, but how do you treat me? How are, even with my husband, I am very, very grateful and thankful that it is one of those things where he embraces my entire family. Like, it is not a struggle to be like, okay, well, it's the holidays. We got to do a toss up on whose family we gonna kick it with. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, but his family will come kick it with my family.
Yes.
So that to me is like me being around family, me being around the ones that I love, you know, and just valuing the partnership in itself, to say these are the things that we are going to make sure no matter what, these are our foundation. You know, the kids, we on the same page with the kids. We have those type of conversations. So absolutely 100% value the partnership over personality. And I do think that maybe for me in my younger age, that just was something that you probably did because it's, oh, you give me butterflies. And you don't really know how to navigate through healthy relationships. You know what I mean? Until you get into the relationship and you're like, well, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
Then you gotta, okay, well, what do I really need? Not what do I really want. You know what I mean? What do you think, sis? I don't know. I'm just talking.
Do listen to that. Do listen to that, girl. That's the whole thing. And I'm okay. So we're saying personality versus partnership, like you have to choose one or the other. I think there's a level of both. But
Yeah.
I think if maybe you don't feel that strong draw to the personality, and it's not like, oh, we have all these things in common, and you know, I'm just attracted to whatever this unspoken type of thing is that's not tangible, or you can't really put words, just the vibe or a vibe. Okay, to a degree, yes, you want to have some attraction to this person, absolutely. But I do think that a lot of times in culture, and probably it's driven by like Hollywood and the fairy tales and this, that, and the third, where it's like, oh, you can
social media.
Hello, the devil's playground, if you ask me.
Quiet as it's kept.
All of these like false images of, okay, there's all you can have all of these things, which you can. And when I was listening to that podcast with Devon Franklin, he was saying you can't approach it with a scarcity mindset. But I do think that there is a perspective change that could be beneficial for the culture, to where we would say, okay, one of the things that really grinds my gears and I know that this I know that like not everybody agrees with this, so don't listen to me. Don't listen to me, and
do listen to you.
Mainly don't listen to me. Just do what works for you.
I thought you were gonna say don't listen to me, but do listen to me.
I kind of did want to say that. That was what I wanted.
Okay.
But do what works for you. One of the things that I struggled with over the years was this like struggle love mentality. Like, oh, you just gotta be. Like, I watch a lot of podcasts. So I was watching another podcast today where this woman, she got with this guy when she was like 24. He had a couple of kids before her. he got drafted to the NFL. She talked about how, things just were really hard in the beginning and just really hard. And, he was like, yeah, she stayed with me through all this other stuff and I know everything is going to be fine. I'm like, I love that. I love that for them. I think some women, some men are meant to be together and you just work through the tough stuff. Like, I think most people should work through the tough stuff. I really do.
Because there's always going to be something that's tough.
There's always going to be something.
But.
Exactly. And also some of the struggle that we kind of been taught, and we're church girls, and this is no shade to the church or nothing, but you want to keep it a buck, we're going to keep it a buck. A lot of times the messaging is you just stay no matter what. You could be getting drugged through the mud. You could be getting ish thrown in your face.
Look at me rolling my neck.
Yes. Okay. It could be 5 other women pregnant by your husband. You could have a black eye every other Sunday coming and singing in the choir, and you just stay and you just pray
through it.
And God's gonna change him and God's gonna get it better. And you die, or the nigga die, and he ain't never changed. And she is 6 years old before she get a little relief just because he's finally croaked. He never changed.
You're not gonna believe me, but just pin
here.
You're gonna have to. I really can't talk about this here, but I do need you to just remind you of a story that just recently happened to where this exact same scenario played out. No lie, of somebody that I know who was in abusive. A friend of mine whose sister was in an abusive relationship, and Lord Jesus, it does happen. Like, this is real life-ish, man. Don't stay. Red alert, red alert, red alert. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back. No more, okay?
Or don't. And whatever makes you happy. Don't
stay.
Right. I agree.
Not if you're getting beat up.
No. Don't do. I wouldn't recommend that. But specifically for me, what I'm saying is those are the type of stories that really kind of grind my gears. Like
that's what we're going back to.
Me as a person individually, my perspective. Yeah. That's not everybody's story. That could be an inspiring thing, and a lot of couples have talked firsthand. Couples I know personally, multiple, all across all races, economic statuses.
Yes.
Sometimes coming back from very difficult things and their relationship being infinitely better because of it, because of the work that it's almost like your body healing itself. The amount of things that go to work to heal a wound. And then it's like new skin now.
You do the work. Yeah.
Relationship that's healthier and better, stronger than ever. So, but that's why I'm saying it works. But it's just a thing for me. It's like my own thing that I don't like. Maybe I'm sure it's probably something from my past that is just like, okay, I personally don't like the struggle love type of thing.
Yeah.
So for me, I think that I said all of that to say, I think a lot of times the way, at least from what I can, my observation is like, okay, women and men, this is not gender specific.
Not one-sided, right.
I know men who will get with women who they're like, oh, she's so beautiful. And, she's just got all of the things that I like, surface level, but she's not a great mom. She isn't what I envision my daughter being at her age. She isn't necessarily, she's combative or she's argumentative. And, I really want somebody that can talk things through with me in a conversation. I don't want you to be like, shrinking and, quiet and docile, but I also don't want to just be coming home to yelling and ranting and raving nonstop. So it's like, okay, those are the things that for me that I'm like, I have to kind of weigh. Like, is this a person similar to you? I feel like I've dated guys who are on paper great, and I was very attracted to them, and kind of I feel like the certain things wouldn't be as, I wouldn't have
Of much of a struggle.
exactly in certain areas. Um, but again, like it was a very similar thing. Like they never, it was almost, it just felt, I felt insignificant.
Yeah.
Me, and I personally need to feel significant in anything I'm doing. I need to feel significant in my job. That's why I feel like I'm gonna work my butt off, because I want you to feel it when I'm not here. I want to feel,
Period.
even if I'm slacking off, I can only slack off in things that I'm doing, anything that I'm doing, for so long before I'm like, yeah, this is crazy. Now I need somebody to feel my presence. Like I want to feel significant.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not always that way. Not saying that you have to choose. I think there is a good balance. You can have everything that you want. You absolutely can. But I think sometimes what we want is not really what we want. It's what we've conditioned to feel like we want. But what we really want is safety. We want somebody that values us, someone that prioritizes us. And then you get this guy or this woman who actually does those things.
Yeah.
You are attracted to them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You guys are aligned. Maybe every single thing. Maybe she's not a lawyer, or maybe
Right.
he's not, an NBA player, or
But it's not as hard. It's not always a struggle. It doesn't have to be that tough love that a lot of people have to work through. But you know what? This is interesting. Not to cut you off.
no.
I think that can apply, because as I'm thinking about this can apply to not just romantic relationships, but this can apply to your friendships. Because when I think about it, there have been, and me and you are the same as it in regards to the friends that we've had. Majority of our friends, like the core of our friend group, our friend circle, are friends that we've had since elementary, middle, high school, college. And there may be a sprinkle of few at later in life here and there, but the core of our base of our friendships have been for like decades, right? But also with that, there are also, I feel like, you grow in stages of your life, and the same Alnisa at 13 versus the same Alnisa at 24 versus the same Alnisa at 30, 33 versus the same Alnisa at 40, 43. Totally four to five different people, if not more. So I say that to say, I think that the personality versus the personality.
Very good.
Because right, because when you're
change.
younger, you're like, oh, I like this person because they're fun and we just have a good time and we party, let's all get wasted. And then as you get older and your priorities change, and sometimes you outgrow those relationships, not because not because I don't love you, but because you still in that era that I was in 10, 15, 20 years ago, and I don't want to be in that era anymore. And so I do think it could be on both sides. That makes sense, right?
A whole lot of sense. That is such a good point. That makes me think about, how people are like, oh, you should marry your best friend. About that then, because I think what people are saying is somebody that you have a lot in common with at the time, versus someone who has a very similar approach to their core values, the way that they and how they just interact, not just with you, but with people of the world. Like, I think that's something that you have to pay attention to, because exactly like you're saying, we are I think the statistic is like you're basically somebody new every 7 years. And I know for me, every 7 minutes.
I was about to say, what is this? This 2023, baby? Check the Alnisa from 2022, and you come talk to me about some bull. No, I ain't on that same level.
Check the Lauren from 11:30 this morning before I had anything to eat, girl. I unrecognizable. Now that I got some food in my system, completely different person.
Listen, let my husband tell it. I'm just not a morning person, and he wakes up bright eyes, bushy tails, and he trying to talk to me and kiss on me, and I'm like,
You're like,
shh, just shh. I need quiet.
why are we the
And
same person? I don't know if I ever knew
I
this
just
about you.
cannot tolerate it. And also in the mornings, he said this out loud. You have to wake up early in the morning. Why are you not a morning person? I am trying to preserve all of the energy and the non-talking I have before I have to walk into this place of business
Girl,
with a trillion people. So please, let's not talk. But he told me the other day that I was not a nice person in the morning. And I was like, well, I don't understand why you keep talking to me in the morning. You know I don't want to talk. I was just so
girl, I get it. I too am not a morning
So I
person.
said that to say I ain't the same person I am in the morning that I am at what time is it? Whatever time it is right now.
In the evening. Okay, so yes, you definitely. I feel like the foundational things aren't like what we have in common.
Yeah.
Billions of people. You know how many people got Ari Lennox on their playlist? Alex Isaac. It's millions of the videos I watch on YouTube be having hundreds of thousands of views. It's a lot of people that
you ain't the only. You saying I ain't the only one.
I am not the only one. And guess what? I probably would have so much in common with these people, but if I tried to spark a friendship, a business partner, anything where we had to do life together,
yeah,
it could be diabolical. So I think it's even though I'm not what my belief isn't that you have to give up one completely for the other.
right.
I think that if there's a hierarchy of where you sit, I think the approach to partnership should definitely be above personality. At least for me.
I so agree. I could not agree with you more because, baby, let me tell you something. There are a lot of people that just don't know how. And I'm not saying, listen, don't listen to me. I'm not saying that I know how to do it to the best of the ability, but there are some people out there that I have met that really don't know how to do partnerships at all. Like from relationships to work, friendships to work relationships. You know, we all have that. I mean, again, going to not just the romantic relationship, but I've had friends, I won't say with an S, but I've had at least a friend or two that I've literally had to cut off because early on in our relationship, it was always about, only calling me when you needed something or when things were going wrong in your life. And now here we are 10, 15 years later, and everything's still going wrong in your life. So at this point, it's you. I don't know what to tell you. Get up, get out, and get something. Don't let the days of your life pass by.
You just
don't know that song.
You
don't know that song. Oh, yeah.
I do. Come on,
yes. And then if we want to take it a step further, if you want to be somebody,
and I knew
you want to go somewhere,
you better what?
Wake up and pay attention.
Is the thing more needs
drop? See, we still ain't got our mic.
It's right upstairs, and I keep forgetting.
You keep forgetting it. That's all I'm saying. What I'm saying is, you just have to. At some point, you have to. And I know that with that, a lot of times that is more so considered enabling. But again, you outgrow, you grow and learn and outgrow different stages and phases of your life. And ultimately, my goal in life is to be a better version of me every single day that I am on this earth. So if I'm the same Alnisa from a year ago, and I'm still saying the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and I ain't changed nothing about my situation, shame on me. And that's just for me. So don't listen to me. I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about Alnisa. Okay? I don't know why I got off on that tangent, but
it was spirit led. The Holy Spirit led you to say that. And I know that for a fact. Okay?
Actual and factual.
Okay.
That's all I got, baby.
We could make a full hour episode out of this topic, but you know what? You just mic dropped it so good
No, so let's wrap it up. Do you have anything else to add to it for real?
No, that was it. You said it. You said it.
Okay.
So yeah, there's nothing left to be said. That okay. Maybe we'll have like a bring
Okay.
a guest on this and bring in a part 2 on this because this is
Yeah.
this
We
is
can have a part 2.
like because we agree. I wonder what if somebody who doesn't agree, or maybe they just
What
have
their perspective.
they feel like personality goes above the partnership, and I really would be interested to know like what's the thought
Yeah.
behind it.
That's good. Yeah, we definitely need to do that. That would
Yeah,
be awesome.
we'll see if we get around to it, y'all.
Okay. Also, our next live show, I'm gonna tell you guys some dad jokes. I've been waiting. I've been waiting. I can't wait.
You announce this. Like,
Ba-da-ba-ba. I was gonna do a dad joke right now, but no, you don't. No, I'll wait.
okay, you want the live feedback. So that is gonna be what the first Thursday in January, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, after the new year, baby.
So y'all buckle up, Buttercup, and join us that first week of November.
November. Nope, that was last month. January.
Yeah,
We'll see you next year.
bye, y'all.